This is the all-new Cervélo R5, Cervélo's lightweight climbing bike reimagined. What's new? What was kept consistent? How much does it weigh? And is it perfect? Almost, but more on that later. First, just look at how beautiful this bike is. Lightweight versus aero is the eternal dilemma. Aero makes most rides faster, but I would argue lightweight bikes make most rides feel better. Weight is the aspect of the bike that you feel the most. Every time you stand up and punch it or lean the bike over in a corner, you are directly engaging with the weight of the bike. As long as stiffness is high, a lighter bike feels more playful, nimble, and snappy. I would argue that most riders would enjoy the ride of a lightweight bike like the R5 more, the bike that 90% of people should have. The R5 was already one of the lightest production bikes on the market. It was the machine that drove GC Kuss. So how do you make one of the lightest, best climbing bikes even better? They shaved it down and simplified it to make it the lightest bike I've ever ridden. Out of the box, this bike is 13 pounds. Cervélo trimmed weight out of many of the small parts, like the seat-post hardware, the front brake mount, through-bolt design, the derailleur hanger, bearings, and all the bolts, all the hardware. The result? A bike that feels so playful that I can't help but smile when I ride it. You can see simplifications on the bike all over, from the slim down fork to the super thin top tube, super thin seat stays, machined out bottom bracket. This thing looks thin, simple, and light. Cervélo says they actually increased both bottom bracket and head tube stiffness while reducing material and surface area, which means the bike feels snappy when you punch it up a hill and reactive when you carve it around a corner. The new one-piece bar stem stands out to me. It's insanely light, saving over half a pound from the previous design, but also very ergonomic. It's 2 centimeters wider in the drops and has a great ovalized top shape that feels balanced. It's also compatible with many other Cervélo bikes, so I might just be putting one on my Aspero 5. The new 34-37 SL wheels are under 1,300 grams, have the new DT Swiss 180 die-cut hubs and carbon spokes. Earlier, I called the bike almost perfect. So what did they miss? Well, the bike comes stock with 26mm time trial Vittoria tires and TPU tubes. When I first built this up and rode it, it felt a little bit nervous. It felt a little bit rigid and harsh, so I swapped out the tire for 30mm Vittoria Corsa Pros and made them tubeless. I run them at about 60 PSI and it solved all of my issues. It made the bike feel perfect to me. I'm totally happy to take the 0.1 pound weight penalty for better traction and comfort. Aside from tires, there's absolutely nothing I would change on this bike. We will be putting it to the test. Check back in to see if Team Mike's Bikes can get the KOM on Mount Diablo on this bike. The R5 is the lightest, most fun road bike I have ever ridden. To see one for yourself, stop by your local Mike's Bikes or check them out at mikesbikes.com.